Hello, good morning. This is Phyllis Dickinson and Paul and Jack the Husky. We're here today to show you how to haul a Haldane. I've been doing spinning for living history for going on 50 years, and this is the wheel that I bought way back when. Was my first wheel. It's pretty much been my only wheel, and it's a wonderful thing. We'll show you the wheel eventually, but Rubbermaid is God's gift to spinners. And this is the box that I tote my wheel in the back of the truck, in the cargo van or the cargo trailer. It's waterproof. It has vents in the top by the handles, but the bottom is completely solid one piece. And again, how big was it again? 27 inches wide, 16 inches
18
in width, and 18 inches tall. Okay, so and that's my spinning wheel is in there, I promise. If you take the lid off. So this is the other stuff that is in here, and it's in here partly as packing and partly because it's the other stuff that I need. So this box unfortunately hasn't been unpacked since the last time I was with the spinners at the Arlington Heights Public Library. But so here's what's in there. Got a box of bobbins, a basket of bobbins, lots of extra empty bobbins. These on my Haldane hold about 3 ounces, and I have several dozens of these, and so that's one of the things that's in there. Just set it aside somewhere. There's also a bag of carded. These look familiar to all you clums and clums people. It's drum carded bat that's wound up and rolled up so it will stay all nice and wonderful till you get ready to spin it. And so there's a bag of those. Also, lovely packing. They have this since this is what I was working on last. These are all bobbins from whatever fleece I was working on last. So if you want to pull those out. Okay, now we're starting to see the wheel here. These are the best thing ever. I'm going to hold one of these up. Cotton kitchen towels, chef towel type things that, and of course that one's got a big stain on it, that you can pack, that can separate layers of wool, that can, be used to dry stuff off if necessary, but mostly we use them to gather up the wool from our demos, and we pack the crevices with them, and it's sort of like, I don't know, something you cannot have too many of those. Okay, what's in there? Now I have another batch of bobbins. It's just like Christmas. I can't remember what I put in there. Okay, more bobbins. Oh, okay, the blue bobbin is what is in the bag over there that I was working on spinning on, and this one is pretty much an empty bobbin, so we could put that in the bag. Yeah, and one more towel. Yeah, and what's left in here is my spinning wheel. Okay, the wonderful thing about Haldanes is you can do this in about 10 seconds. You can put it back together in about 30 seconds. There's no screws, no nails. It's meant to be a traveling wheel. It's meant to be collapsible and be easy to set up again. So first let's take the wheel out. Okay, well, he's going to take the legs out first. Paul set this up about 20,000 times less than I have. So he's only set it up about 10,000 times. So I have it wrapped in towels, old bath towels, because they're multi-purpose also. There's the legs. Okay. Now, the thing with the legs on the Haldane is one leg has that is cut on the, what do you call that even? But you can see, so when it sits on the floor, can you sit it on the floor? It sits at an angle. Okay, put it back down. I'm not done. Okay, so I'm trying to get the angle. There we go, sits at an angle. Okay, now this one goes in the front of the wheel, and if you can see, it has a hole in it. That's where one side of the treadle goes in. And if you flip it around the other direction, Paul, you can see there's no wear on that side. Turn it again. And there's a circular wear spot on that side. That's the inside. Okay. And then this leg has a slit in it where you slide the treadle into it. That also is cut at an angle on the bottom. Okay, and this is definitely a place you want to oil, as well as the holes on here. Okay, all right, now my master assembler is taking out, there it is, the wheel itself. Drum roll, please. Okay, it's a small wheel, and it's heavy around the edges. You want to pick it up a minute? It's heavy around the edges, and that gives you some better spin, but it is a small wheel. But as a traveling wheel, that makes pack it in a box possible. It also makes it possible to have it in the corner of your cabin in your small house without having it take up too much room, and it is an incredible workhorse. And next Paul takes out the footman and the treadle, which I leave attached. I leave the footman attached to the treadle, and with this hold it a minute. So there's a couple of things to note about this. One is that with the footman attached by a bit longer cord, you can change how much space there is. So the footman doesn't bang on the treadle, but it also will go up and down with a minimum amount of effort. You don't want to have that treadle pointing up a long way. You want it down as close to the ground as you can get it and still get a full turn of your wheel. Now, you can see my footprint on there, but that's only because it's been used for about, 50 years. Last piece to come out of the box is my favorite piece. It's what we technically call all the rest. Okay. Excuse me while I go off camera. There we go. So we have the table, the mother of all and the flyer, and the uprights. And I do not take the uprights off when I'm packing it, nor do I take off the mother of all and the flyer and all of this, because A, I don't need to, and B, adjusting the uprights every time you take it out can be a real pain. Now, they are not screwed in there. They're not glued in there. They would be easy enough to take them out, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, legs first. Is that what you do? Okay, so legs. So you turn it over for a second. Let me show you the bottom of it. Okay, so on the bottom, you can see where the screw is for the tensioning device, and this is for putting. This is for putting that first leg in. This is the back leg. You can see the angle. This is the other back leg. These are the uprights right here. So holding it, going to, and Paul's holding it as if he was going to spin. It's that direction. Okay. So Hear that squeak sound? That's the sound of wood being screwed into wood. It's the sound of being there to not going to be falling out. They're not, you don't poke to be, stick them anything out unless you burn up. Okay. The drive band, now on my wheel, it's a double drive band. And this is how I leave it on the wheel. And it's around. Okay, hooked. Paul likes to hook it on the back. I hook it on the front. It doesn't matter. But you can look and see, here's the on the drive band. It's ready to the wheel. You haven't taken it off the wheel at all yet. Haven't. So your wheel, here's the treadle. Whatever. So this is attaching the treadle and the footman.
You see that?
There we go. Okay, there's this diagonal slit that you turn until the footman just drops in there. There you go. Okay. And then we're ready for the wheel, which just slides in on where the slits are. Okay. And then the footman goes on, and oh look, it's a spinning wheel. It's a whole spinning wheel. There is nothing else to add to it, nothing else you have to do to it, except put this on, and that is why you do it my way and not your way. Oops. There we go. Okay, now to slide the drive band on, since it hasn't been removed. Oops. Okay. Go ahead. There it is. And that's all there is to it. Now, for you Haldane lovers, I'm going to start a new video so that I can point out some of the things that make Haldane such great traveling wheels. Sorry for the bad videography, but it is what it is.